So the other day, there was this lady that um, was talking to me, and she just out of the blue goes, "What's?" Or I'm sorry, she just goes, she just asks, "They or them?" And so I heard her, and I ignored it because immediately, to me, I don't like that. Okay. And then she reiterated the same question. She was like, "Do you go by they, them, or him, her?" And so it really, actually, it really aggravated me. And I just said, "Sophia, Sophia. My name's Sophia. You could call me Sophia." And I was nice about it. Um, and I could probably count on one hand, okay, the amount of times this has happened in the last few years to me. It might have been two or three times. Um, and I think that she, by my response, she realized, oh shit, I really offended her or pissed her off. Um, and it does. Being asked if I'm a they or a them, aggravates me. I find it more, um, offensive than someone blatantly calling me him on purpose just to get me uh, upset. Like, there'll be people that'll call you him when you're a trans woman just by mistake, or they just aren't thinking or whatever. And there'll be others that will call you a him when you're a trans woman just because they want to piss you off. Just because they want to get under your skin, girl. They want to make you mad. And they're like beefing with you, you know. Um, but I find like the whole asking if I go by them super, just offensive. And I know this lady, I don't think she really meant anything by it. I don't think she was trying to make an issue. I think honestly the woman was just trying to be nice. And uh there's all this nonsense floating around, and people buy into it when they're not inside the community. When they aren't lesbian, gay, trans, or bisexual, they buy into it. And they think it's like the new hip thing to say, or this is what, whatever, just all the bullshit. Um, and so I'm like, I'm not like knocking on the lady. I'm not angry. I wasn't angry at her. I was uh, agitated with the question. Okay. Um, because to me, it's just kind of like, I could understand if there's a trans woman that you're not sure where they fall in line. Clearly, they haven't been taking hormones. Not that hormones make you trans, okay, but they don't make an effort, maybe, um, or they got a beard, okay. Uh, then I could understand coming at the being like, are your pronouns they or them because you look androgynous? Okay, you kind of look in between. And the example I just said right there, hopefully I don't piss anybody off. This is all just my own opinions. But I wouldn't even call that androgynous. I would call like Boy George androgynous, or gay men in that kind of place, or that part of the spectrum. If we're looking at all things gay or trans woman being on a spectrum, I would say that would truly be androgynous. I don't know. It's kind of back to the whole they them thing. It's kind of a new thing. I seldomly ever get asked that kind of question. When I do, it does bother me. And I don't care. Okay, this isn't Sophia bitching and saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying that. I'm making the video specifically because I'm bringing up a point that I think aggravates a lot of other trans women. I know it aggravates me as a trans woman, so I would assume other trans women who've been transitioning for quite a while get aggravated by the same thing. That's why I'm making the video. Now, with that being said, also, like, if you want to be called, if somebody comes to me and they're like, hey, Sophia, if you could just call me they or them, then I'm gonna respect you, okay? And I'm gonna do my best to refer to you as they or them, gender neutral. I guess that would be gender neutral. I respect that. So far, I've never really had anybody really ask me that, which is whatever. But like I said, I'll respect it. But it's crazy to me that just all of a sudden it seems like here's one group of people that want to be referred to as they or them, and they have to go out of their way to ask the people around them to refer to them as they or them. But somehow the general, like, people in general population just assume, oh, there's a trans woman, they must go by they. No, that, you see, this is how this kind of bullshit that's been going on really infiltrates and like destroys the community from within. Okay. Like I said, if you want to be called a they or them, that's fine. But that's a new thing that's never been in the gay culture, never been in the lesbian culture, never been in the trans community. Honey, trans women been around for quite a while. I've already went over this. I've already discussed this kind of stuff in other videos. It's our community is nothing new whatsoever. But people with this they or them thing, that's new. And that's just kind of ridiculous to go. I just find it aggravating. And to me, it's like the way I originally took it. I was like, oh, okay, woman, you're going to clock me then. You're clocking me by saying that. Now I'm even more aggravated. And what's a they or a them? Like, just that part just alone just infuriated me because I'm a person. Just respect me as who I am. That's why, I just refer to her and I was like, my name's Sophia. You can just call me Sophia. Okay, I don't get involved in the whole pronoun bullshit. Okay, somebody's going to be hard to work with or, disrespectful or just an airhead, and be like, well, should I call you him or her or blah 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 blah. I just say, just call me Sophia. Just end the problem. It's my name. It's my legal name. My legal name is Sophia. It's on my fucking driver's license. Okay, it's on my social security card. Okay, it's on my mail. All right. Just call me by what my fucking legal name is, and just end it right there. If it's such a hassle for you to respect somebody else, then whatever. I mean, you're not running around calling me a trans her or trans she or trans. Like, come on now. Let's get it together, people. Right? But I don't know. Just that's how this new. I don't even know quite how to describe it, but that's how this new thing is just infiltrating, and it's like ruining what gay and lesbian and trans people have worked so hard throughout decades of existence to get to a point, to get the acceptance. Okay, I mean, there was a point in time in the past where if your job found out that you were a gay man, guess what? They'd fire you. If your housing found out you were a lesbian woman, guess what? They would evict you. I mean, it's just, those days weren't that long ago. And to me, this whole extra stuff is like a backlash, and it just infiltrates and kind of sets our community back. Cigarette keeps going out. So, like I said, I mean, this particular woman, I think she was just really trying to be nice, and she was maybe trying to prove that she's hip to the scene. And I'm just like, honey, that ain't no scene. I don't know what the fuck planet you're from. That ain't no scene. Like I said, if I'll respect somebody that says, "Oh, call me they or them or zim or zer or whatever the fuck other names they got out there." I don't give a shit. It doesn't hurt me to respect somebody else, but don't knock on my door and be like, "Are you a zer?" I'll be like, "You've done lost your motherfucking mind. What the hell are you talking to me about that kind of dumb shit for?" You see that this really gets me kind of aggravated, and it's kind of like this. I don't know, newer nonsense floating around. Like I said, if you want to be called a they or them, honey, I will respect you 100,000% because that's how I am. But you know, to come at somebody else and just assume something about them, that's where that gets to be too much. That's crossing over like a boundary that should just be kind of more finite, maybe. I don't know. That kind of shit really aggravates me. I mean, it doesn't aggravate me. Now there's gonna be a bunch of fucking trolls who just write they all in the comments. Fuck off, okay? I don't give a shit. All right. I mean, any trans woman that's been up in the game for a cool ass minute, a long time, for years. We got thick skins, honey. Okay, your comments or shit said on the street that doesn't fucking bother us. I mean, shit. I remember a point in time in my life where you'd have to be ready to defend yourself out there. You'd have to be ready, and you always got to be ready to defend yourself, honey. But you'd have to be ready to at the drop of a fucking hat, girl. Fucking this dude wants to rock. All right, we gotta go because I gotta defend myself, and that's just the name of the game. That's just how things work. Not that you live in a fucking dangerous city or anything. It's just there's wackos out there, okay, that are up to no good, and they just hate on people for not fitting into their little box of a world. They just can't understand we live in America, and God bless America. God bless our freedoms. God bless our rights. God bless every single vet and person that served in our country in any of the armed forces. God bless them all, okay? Because we have our freedoms in part because of that, all right? And so there's just wackos out there that think that they, have to tell other people how to live, or they don't understand you or whatever. It's like, motherfucker, mind your business. Stay up in your lane, honey. Don't bounce it over in my lane, honey. I like shit. That shit. What? No, that shit ain't gonna work. I mean, not only that. Like, speaking of that, I have friends of mine who are gay men and lesbian women who've been like, they're in their 50s and 60s, sometimes even older. I remember years ago, I lived across the street in an apartment complex. It was a condo, but I was renting. But most of the people owned it. And literally, there's this dude that lived right across the street from me. He was like in his 80s, and he was a gay man. All right, I mean, and he was a gay man his entire life. So like, you go back 60 years ago, that's the shit he was dealing with. I mean, come on now. And now y'all want to go around running around town saying this dumb horse shit about, are you they, are you them, are you a zer, or fucking bullshit. It should aggravate a good portion of everybody who's a part of, every gay man, every lesbian woman, every bisexual man or bisexual woman, every trans woman, every trans man should be aggravated by that. Anyways. That's about all I had to say. Have a good day there. Thank you for watching. Toodaloo.